Hello and welcome to another video. If you are new here, hi, my name is Hayley and I am a wife and stay-at-home mom to my almost 2-year-old daughter. And on this channel, I share day-to-day life as a stay-at-home mom and just motherhood lifestyle content. If you are interested in that, I hope you stay around and subscribe. Today's video is going to be on my postpartum experience after having a C-section. And this was my very first pregnancy, my first birth experience, my first pretty much everything, my first C-section. If you actually have not yet watched my other video on my pregnancy, birth, and kind of Ella's story, make sure to go watch that first before you watch this video, and then you can kind of get a little bit of context before you watch this video. Originally, I was supposed to have my daughter September 23rd. I believe that was my original due date. I had her September 16th. So by my, 36-week appointment, I believe, they checked Ella in the ultrasound and she was still sitting horizontally instead of head down. And so by that point, they were giving me a couple options to either manually move her head down, although for me in my situation and my complications, that just wasn't really an option. But normally if you have a breech baby, they will give you that option, and most times, not for everyone, but most times it seems to be kind of unsuccessful. And my friend actually just had one and it worked for her, and she should be going into labor like any day now. So I'm praying for her that she will get to have a vaginal delivery and that the baby stays head down after they turned her. So for her, it did work as far as I know of. There has been a lot of other stories that I've heard personally that they've tried it and it doesn't work. So I don't know. I guess if you are in the situation to be able to do that and have your baby turned, then I would be like, go for it. But for me, in my situation, that just wasn't an option. So I did all the natural things. I did spinning babies courses. I did everything. I did acupuncture. I did massage, chiropractor adjustments, pretty much everything naturally that you could possibly do to turn your baby the other way, but unfortunately none of those things worked for me. So I scheduled my C-section about 5 days-ish to a week before I had her. And then on the day of my C-section, I was pretty nervous. Walking into surgery, knowing that you're having surgery and being awake is just scary. Especially, being a first-time mom too. Like, this is also new to me, and going into that room and knowing that you're gonna have surgery awake, it's a weird feeling. But I honestly had a really good experience. There wasn't any complications during birth or anything like that. We stayed in the hospital for about 3 days. I think the first 2 days were kind of rough, day and a half maybe, because I just couldn't move around really at all. My legs were pretty much numb for at least the first 12 hours. So my husband pretty much changed a lot of Ella's diapers and would bring her to me so I could breastfeed her. And then I believe it was the next morning after I had my C-section, I was able to try to go to the bathroom and get my catheter out. And if I was able to go, then I could get that out, and that will kind of speed up the rest of the process of me being in the hospital and getting to go home sooner. So I was like, let me just try this and see if I can, because I want to speed this up. I want to get home, just start life at home and recover at home, because recovering in the hospital is not the most comfiest. But I was just excited to get home and just be in my own bed and recover at home. So I did that and everything went good. So I got my catheter out And then the next couple days was just mostly routine stuff. They kind of check on you to make sure you're doing okay. And our hospital experience was good. It was definitely hard to breastfeed. I think just not knowing what you're doing, and my milk didn't come until I think the 4th day. So it was, I think the first day or two I did supplement with a little bit of formula because Ella was getting fussy, and then she lost maybe 10 ounces, 8 to 10 ounces when we left the hospital. So I did that for a little while, and then by the 4th day, things started to get better. Everything ended up being fine, and I was able to breastfeed her. If you are having a C-section, mine was scheduled just because I was having a breech baby and I knew beforehand. But if you know that you're having a scheduled C-section, then these are the couple of things I'd recommend that you would set up at home before you have your baby if you can, or if you are having an emergency C-section and you don't know what's happening, I would say try to get your husband to set up a couple things in a caddy or by the bathroom so that you can easily reach the things that you need. When I got home, I had a little caddy of supplies and I had it right behind the toilet, and so I just had to go like this and grab something instead of like bending down, just because bending down hurt honestly pretty bad and it was not easy to do. And so having a caddy like right behind you, just kind of turning a little bit and picking something up that you need right there instead of having to bend down was just like so much easier. The first night or two, I believe, at home, I actually slept on this couch right here because it's a recliner, so I didn't have to pull myself up and use my ab muscles to get myself up out of bed every couple hours while breastfeeding Ella. So it was really convenient that I just had this recliner chair that I could just go up and down and then grab her. I had her like in the bassinet right next to us, and so that was very, very helpful because it did not, I wasn't in that much pain as much. So another thing I would say is to make sure that you walk as much as you can, and do not overdo it, but try to do like small things, take small steps, maybe go on a like walk around the neighborhood or something like that whenever you feel comfortable. But after the first couple days, we did go like on a walk around the neighborhood, and I felt like walking as soon as I can helped in my recovery a lot more. And also, my doctor actually double stitched me, I think she said. So with my next baby, if I'm able to have a VBAC, that's an option for me as well. I hope, but I guess we'll see whenever that comes up. I'm hopeful that I'm able to have a VBAC. I don't know if you guys have had a VBAC after a C-section. Let me know in the comments and give me any advice you have so that I can hopefully successfully have a VBAC. It makes me feel better, I guess, that she was able to do that, and she kind of supports that decision of me having a VBAC if I'm able to. And so I would say another thing I did use a lot was C-section scar silicone little patches, and you would put them on your scar, and they're supposed to help with the redness and help heal it faster and better. And I feel like my C-section scar looks pretty good. It's almost been 2 years, so it's been a while. I've had a lot of time to heal, but I feel like it's healed really well, and it is tiny. It is literally about that small, and did heal very well, so I'm happy about that. So try to have as many things ready for you as possible. I also got the Frida Baby kit. I think I had the vaginal delivery one when I had my baby shower, and then I got the C-section one after I had my appointment, so I have both. So, you know, God willing, if I'm able to have a VBAC, I'll be able to use the other one as well. But the C-section Frida Baby kit, there's so many good things in there. There's like the disposable underwear that's better, and high-waisted underwear for after C-section is the best thing ever, because you don't want anything to like hit like right where your scar is. So these C-section underwear, they come up like high-waisted, and they are so comfortable, and they actually come in that kit. So I highly recommend getting that. And then it also comes with, I believe, cooling pads and some other things that maybe the vaginal birth delivery would have. But those are just kind of a few of my tips. I'm here to say, if you are worried about having a C-section, or if you are dreading it coming up, or if you are praying that you don't have one. It's not as scary as it might seem. I think at first the idea of it's very scary, and I know there have been scary stories out there, but I'm here to say that I had a positive experience and very lucky that I did. And so hope that my next one, whether it be another C-section or a VBAC, that it's still gonna be a positive experience. But yeah, that was my experience for my C-section. I hope that this video was encouraging to you. Please let me know in the comments if you have any advice or tips or tricks or things that you have done to have a successful VBAC. But yeah, this is it for today's video. I hope this video encourages you and gives you a better idea of things you can do to help your postpartum and C-section recovery. Yeah, that is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.